Hello, everyone, and welcome, and wishing you a very happy Samhain or Halloween or Day of the Dead, depending on which name you celebrate it on. And as you could have probably guessed, this pick a card reading has that special theme. So ever since I started my channel and doing readings on YouTube, for every single Samhain, I did a channeling, the channeling of our ancestors or spirits of the dead. So basically, a necromancy session. And I'll keep the tradition alive for this year as well. Who knows if my channel is even gonna exist next year. So that is today's theme. I'm going to call in, or better said, allow a spirit to come in, and I'm gonna channel its message for you. So this could be basically an ancestor or anyone who you knew in this incarnation, maybe even another. So basically, we'll see. So we have three different decks to choose from, and I'm using my retired decks, which I don't normally use because they're damaged. But on this occasion, I think it's a really good moment to put them into practice. Oh, and before I don't forget, I would just like to advise everyone to light a candle and say a prayer or send wishes or make a small offering or basically anything that you feel guided to for the dead, recent and not so recent as well, because this is where we give a tribute to their spirits, to the eternal consciousness that they represent, from our living state onto, their eternal state, so to speak. So yes, we have three different piles to choose from. This is the first pile, this is the second pile, and this is the third pile. And I'm just gonna allow a few seconds for you to make a choice. And after, we'll begin with the first pile, but just a moment, please. One of the cards fell down, and I'm gonna use this Doomy and Gloomy tarot deck to clarify the main ones. So I'm gonna put these two aside, and we'll begin with the first pile. So any spirit that would like to leave a message to a viewer now has the chance to use my cards and my channeling abilities. So let us begin. The first card, I would like the spirit to, introduce itself, to tell us a little bit about who they were, better said. Like an introduction. Well, we'll keep this one, the magician. This is pretty interesting, and then we have the world and the chariot reversed. This is so interesting. All major arcana. This, in a way, even blows my mind, because as you can see, the world is the card of endings. It is representation of Saturn. Now, according to the ancients, Saturn was the very last planet. It was basically the limit of our universe. Everything that lied beyond Saturn was an infinite divine mystery that no mortal could. And with Saturn, not even the gods and spirits, only some could, have access to. So this card, in this way, I do believe that it represents the boundary between the two, the world, the boundary between the two worlds. The chariot reverse is that I don't want to say that he is stuck there, this spirit, but maybe he is staying there out of its own will, out of its own accord. No, the chariot reverse, so the journey is stopped. So he, and because the magician does represent a lot of knowledge. It does represent that it's not necessarily a young soul, a soul who has gained a lot of knowledge in this incarnation, or sorry, it's lasting. Actually, its full soul spectrum, the integrity of its incarnations. So it is a spirit with a lot of experience. And in this life, he could have been either a researcher, a teacher. I do get a male teacher. So the gender would have been male. And the way you might have known him, or the role that he played in your life, could have been a teacher, maybe when you were really young. For some, it might be primary school. It can also be a coach, a mentor. So any um, figure, basically, male figure. And he was middle-aged when you kind of knew him, when he was in one way or another part of your life. He was between the end of his middle age and elderly years, so before retirement, basically. But it can be any teacher who fits this description. And I do believe he was always clean shaved, if that makes sense. So he didn't really have a lot of facial hair, and he was almost totally gray, as in white, in that sense. So we have the high priestess reversed. He had he really stirred up, he started something for you in your life. Either his teachings or his class, the way he kind of dressed the lesson up as a mysterious journey of discovery, if that even makes sense. So he really stirred up a strong sense of curiosity within you, something that he was teaching, either the matter or a discipline or something he was mentoring you with, or maybe this is an unofficial teacher, just like a male, like a grandfather or an elderly neighbor, but in a context that he had to teach you, show you something, or tell you stories, but in a teaching way. The teaching factor has to be there. So one long story short, he started a strong sense of curiosity within you for something, to research something, or be passionate about something, or certain things that he would say really resonated with you, but as in triggering an unconscious memory, maybe from previous lives when the same subject used to interest you or you were part of it. So he started something, a journey for you. But when I say a journey of knowledge or self-discovery or auto-education or something like that. And he also debated secrets or mysteries, things which the scientific world or anything, he could have been like a religious teacher. So something that at that moment, at that time, was actually in a shroud of mystery. That subject, that theme, you know what I mean? It was a mysterious theme even for the external community, if that makes sense, scientific or whatever he was part of. Okay, so another card for, in the context of which you guys, got together or met in that sense. The sun. So the sun, just a second, I think this is burning. Or maybe not. Sorry. So the sun, either, again, this might point to your childhood when you were a child, like primary school, for example. And, he was part of your childhood. Or in another sense, this could mean a very relevant summer, a summer when things happen. Nine of Cups reversed. So this can represent a surprise. This can represent a summer which created nostalgia for you. Maybe you traveled somewhere. This moment is memorable for you. It is amongst your beautiful memories. But there's also a surprise when you were surprised or things didn't turn out the way you expected. It turned out much better, like a wish fulfillment, but not the way you were hoping. It exceeded your hopes. And of course, again, Jupiter in Pisces, the Nine of Cups, reversed, might represent, something maybe mystical as well. Even if the mystical part was just passively surrounding you. Seven of Pentacles reversed. End of summer, beginning of autumn. This also might represent maybe an excursion in nature, a trip, visiting some natural location or farm, or a farmer. Maybe he was also a farmer or had a farm. You at a farm. Not, it doesn't necessarily have to represent a classical farm. It can be like the countryside. Now, okay, this is where we understand. Now let us, the actual message. The King of Cups jumped out immediately. I don't even know how to arrange these. So the King of Cups, the actual message. The Knight of Cups. Wow, a lot of cups energy here. So where does this lead to? I wonder. The Star. Okay. This is getting interesting. Let's see the message further. The Two of Swords reversed and the Four of Wands reversed. What could this mean? Because there's something missing from the message. But I think I'm getting there. But I don't want to reveal it, in parts. When I'll get there, when I'll get to the final understanding, I'm just gonna say the message, if that's okay. The Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. The Hermit. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Actually, I'm gonna use my clarifier deck. Because maybe another card which is already, displayed is the continuation of the message. You know what I mean? Because this is where we're interpreting tarot like literally a language. So the symbol and the astrology of it doesn't matter all that much. So please continue your message with this deck. Where does the Hermit lead us? Oh, come on, you don't like this deck. We have the Star reversed with the Hermit. I get it, I get it. Queen of Pentacles also reversed. Okay. I'll keep these two. The Nine of Swords reversed. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. So, first of all, the message is that this spirit, maybe for karmic reasons that are not actually linked to this incarnation, but it could also be this incarnation where you had a connection, basically. So the thing is that this spirit is very loving to you, very supportive of you. As I said, for either past life reasons or this life reasons, it doesn't matter why, but this spirit sees its own work completed in you, in your life, in your progress. So for this spirit, your life story is very important because that is a part of the representation of its work, its soul path, but in a larger sense. Maybe he is a supportive spirit. So for a supportive spirit, the well-being, the success, the doing well of the people who they support, did, in any way, shape, and form, may it be spiritually when there is just a spirit, may it be in a more practical way when they were here. So that is, how should I even express this? That is basically the evidence, the proof that their work matters. So this is why the spirit really supports you and loves you, the King of Cups, like a parental figure, like a father figure. A Knight of Cups really wants you to feel your journey. And of course, the most positive sides of that. Why? Because right now, you might be in a moment of, how should I say, when you don't really see the future, when the future is unimaginable to you, and not necessarily in the most optimistic way. This is where you just cannot imagine how you're gonna be in the flow, how you're gonna reach a certain state of happiness. For each person, what their specific is, maybe be in a relationship, have a family, be financially stable, feel that life is magical and it's worth living. So this is the future, that state. You just cannot see how in the present context and present circumstances and not just personal ones, but also collective, in the sense that the times that we are living, you just cannot imagine how this can possibly lead to that happiness, to the optimistic hope, the star card, the hope-based future. And this spirit is telling you to recall your childhood, to recall a period when he was in your life, because it was the same energy playing out in your life when there was a hardship in your childhood, or the world, externally speaking, didn't look very friendly. Maybe you were bullied. Maybe they were scary times, scarcity, or social injustice, or whatever. The world wasn't very friendly in that sense. And even there, then, you know, hope in a certain way did not make a lot of sense. But you had within you a certain power where you still had a hope. That was your child power, a power of hope, where you still believe that somehow, some way, magically, even if not in like a miracle, you did believe that the universe was much, much friendlier back then. So that the universe would somehow cheat for you if he doesn't have any other means to help you out. And that belief, actually, that hope, got you so far in life. So this is where the spirit is telling you that when everything is in a way dark, not in the sense of depression or doom and gloom and pessimism, but in a way that you cannot see the future, it's unimaginable. It's dark in that sense. It's full of, if the mist is thick enough, well, it's dark. You know what I mean? So dark in that sense. Have that hope, the same hope that you had in your childhood, to see you through, because you will find what you're looking for. You will find stability, even if you have to blindly hope for an undetermined future yet. The power of hope is what you need. And there was a certain lesson that he taught you, maybe like a moral anecdote or whatever, where the lesson is about triumph. The lesson is about overcoming difficulty with the power of hope or dreams. And when I say dreams, you know, not delusions, but healthy dreams, if that makes sense. Not total delusions or, you know, fooling yourself. And, you know, society was in a way against you, or it felt that way. And your situation now is totally different, where society would look up to you for something that you have in your life or achieved or something like that. So how the situation turned around, believe with every fiber of your being that it will be the same. And that story, or I don't know, anecdote, or something with morale, or like an example, metaphor, something like that, that something symbolic that he told you, is gonna be the biggest wisdom playing out in your life right now. So have hope. This is what he says. So thank you for listening, and thank you to the spirit for being here and offering his message. If you enjoyed that reading, and if you found it useful, you can like and share or leave a donation, the PayPal link below if you'd like. So thank you, everyone. Wishing you very happy Samhain or Halloween or Day of the Dead wherever you are. And until next time, bye for now. So hello, everyone who has chosen the second pile. This pile. I'm going to be shuffling and inviting any spirit, any entity who would like to leave a message to join us and do so through my tarot reading and my channeling. The message for the previous file was so very interesting and unusual. So, anyway, if there is a spirit here, please leave your message. The Queen of Pentacles. So, before I don't forget, the first cards are for the spirit to introduce themselves. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Three of Wands reverse. Okay, I need another one. Actually, no. I'm going to be using my clarifier deck. Because we'll keep the cards for the continuing of the message. So we'll clarify her identity because, you know, it's clear that it was a she. When she lived, it was female, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, that is so very, that speaks for itself. So we know the gender, but we need a few more details about her. So please use this tarot deck to read the Lovers. We have the the Page of Wands reversed. Lovers and Page of Wands reversed. The Four of Pentacles. Just give me a moment, because this isn't really easy. Because there is a few choices, but this is where identity-wise, I have to narrow it down to one. So until I don't have that singularity, I can't really pronounce myself, if you know what I mean. Okay, this is quite a lot. Ace of Wands reversed. Three of Cups again. Six of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles reversed. I'm not gonna display these. So I think that who we have here is either the sister of your grandmother or a very, very, very good female friend of your grandmother. For some viewers, maybe it can even be mother, so put it into context, but either the sister or a very, very good friend or neighbor. Okay, so I'm gonna be asking the context of which you guys kind of were in each other's life or awareness and stuff like that. Seven of Wands. That was a prince. So that means it's going either to your childhood or when you were a young very young, like 18 or 20, that's still a child in a certain way. Like something like that, graduation is what comes into my, when you graduated either university or high school, the Five of Pentacles and the Devil. She was either she or someone was battling cancer, or or either they had a very, how should I say, tough illness, very challenging illness. But either they, so another card. The Hangman. Yeah, hospital. Either they got to hospital and maybe, I don't know. I'm asking, let me use my clarifier. I'm asking if there was any healing here. If this is about healing or the opposite, maybe. So basically, why does the hospital or the illness matter? Why is this relevant in the message? So we have the Justice reversed and the Star reversed. Now, regardless of what happened, you know, when this person was ill, to you it seemed like a big injustice, either to you or your family or your grandmother or mother. This was like a hopeless situation. It felt like a massive injustice. I don't know if this is like a terminal illness for, in each case, either the terminal illness or something really bad happened, like a fire and they lost their home, or flood or calamity, or something really bad happened, You know what I mean? Or they couldn't be helped. Their situation was hopeless. And it really, really affected maybe you or whose friend she was. And why is this relevant? We have the Two of Cups. It's so obvious now. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, absolutely. So I'm gonna put these clarifiers away, okay? So why does it matter? Well, because she really, really, really loved very, very much. They were like family, you know? So the love between her and the other female figure, grandmother or mother, or whichever family member she was really, really strong and old. They had a history together. Not, of course, in that sense, but pure friend, like sisterhood almost. So her spirit is only natural to watch over you, because I'm not sure if she had a lot of family or children of her own. I'm not sure that. So anyway, she really, really loved your family, and she's one of your guardian spirits, regardless if you know it or not, if you realize or not. So I'm just gonna allow now the message part. What is she saying? So we have the strength reverse, the six of swords, and the princess of coins. So I need a few clarifiers here to get the right message. So this is the Knight of Pentacles, reversed. We have the Five of Swords reversed. We have the King of Swords. Okay, a lot of swords. Ten of Pentacles and the Lovers reversed. Now, her message is basically to have courage, to go forward with something, to believe in yourself, trust yourself, but not, in an unrealistic way. Absolutely not. Life very recently, perhaps under this very recent Mercury retrograde season, proved to you that your perceptions, your senses, your understanding, your sense of logic is very, very accurate and realistic. So there is something in your life that you are blocked with, either a big choice, a big decision, either to sign a contract or take a loan, or maybe try out a career or a job, something that you want but are not sure of if it's the right choice, or even if you know it's the right choice, you don't know if it's gonna work out. The lady says that have faith in yourself. The lady says to trust because it will work out. There is something in her life story, or I'm not something like that, where she went through the same thing and succeeded. So have trust in your strength, have courage, go forward with a plan or a decision, because under the past Mercury retrograde period, so that past Mercury retrograde period means August and the first day of September. So you figured something out, you got the right sense, you got the right perception of it. So have courage and move forward with something because it's gonna work out. The Ten of Pentacles, that means completion. But what exactly is this? We have King of Pentacles reversed. So something to do with either life choice, money, but when I say money, it's not the money, it is what you do with the money, an investment or a need, or basically your material situation. We have the Judgment. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. Not giving up on something. You might be stuck, but don't give up on it. Don't surrender. I mean, surrender in a way of the prayer of serenity, because if there's nothing if your hands are tied, your hands are tied, but don't give it up. Don't discard it from your inner core, if that makes sense. Because you, with endurance, with strength, with courage, you are going to succeed. something is gonna go forward, she says. And her own life or something in her situation is proof that it is gonna go forward. Or maybe, her situation was hopeless and there was still hope. But this doesn't really, her message is for you to have courage and bravery and gather your strength and move forward with something. So if anything else she would like to say. Five of Cups reversed. So Five of Cups upright, something that either is disappointing you in the present moment, or you were disappointed in, or you don't believe in it, or you don't believe that it's going to be okay. Well, Five of Cups reversed. It's not going to turn out the way you think. So it's not going to be a disappointment. It's going to be something else. You know what I mean? And certain actions or something from the past was not in vain, even if right now the situation may look like that it was in vain, but it will turn out the way that you will see that it wasn't. We have the High Priest reversed, Prince of Cups, Ten of Coins again, and Ace of Wands. So this combination means that High Priest reversed, yes, something which must be stable in your life is unstable right now, so your discomfort is understandable, but don't worry because it's gonna be okay, even if you can't do anything about it, even if your hands are tied. So this spirit is sending you hope, sending you faith. She believes in you, and probably in a sense sends you spiritual help. Like if she would be alive, she would pray for you in that sense. So thank you, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you found it useful. Please like and share, or if you'd like to support me, you can donate in the PayPal link in the description below. Wishing everyone a very happy celebration. Until next time. So hello, everyone who chose the last and final, the third pile. Just like for the previous piles, I'm gonna be inviting any spirit who would like to leave a message to a viewer to come join us and speak to us through this reading, through the card and my channeling. And the first card, the first part is gonna be an introduction to as the spirit to introduce themselves. So let us see. The moon. Very interesting. The moon. The Four of Swords. Three of Swords. I will need further clarifiers for this one. So I'm going to be using my clarifier deck. Four of Swords and Three of Swords. This would suggest to me that a restless spirit. Okay. Judgment. Two of Wands. This is a complex and complicated one. Ace of Cups. Hmm. I need more because I am not certain about the message. So I cannot say until I single it out because there's more than one possibility here. So I need a bit more clarity. Two of Cups. Okay, so this is someone who used to be in love with you, who used to have a big crush on you. And this is where I wanna think that you weren't aware. You might have suspected it a little bit, but you weren't really aware how much that person loves you. And I think that was like a karmic love that you either couldn't reciprocate or were simply not aware that person could not express his love in a clear manner. And I think you even lost memory of it, of that person or that period in your life. I don't think you were ever close or you ever had a relationship or any. It's just that he was secretly, or she was, whatever, secretly in love with you and had like a massive crush. And it's like a karmic connection, and you were not aware of that. So that's why there wasn't like a strong bond, but maybe you just knew each other and that's it. But the love was really, really strong, and it was like a karmic love. So that's why I don't think this person can properly introduce themselves because you didn't know them. Regardless of what I would say, you would not make exact correlations because you don't have the information. They know a lot about you, a lot about you, because you had either friends in common or belonged to the same circle of friends or in school or group or at work or whatever, just that this person was always more shy. You were maybe someone who was very friendly to them, but they were very, very shy and withdraw, and they only opened up to you. So they actually reciprocated the friendship and the niceness, but not all that much with everyone. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna take these back. So a little bit about the context, or why are they here? Why is this important? Nine of Cups reversed, Ace of Coins. Because they're obviously passed on, and you might have not any idea about it. Seven of Pentacles reversed, and Nine of Swords reversed. I think what he's trying to tell me, or she, that they never ever forgot you. Their they their dream of you being together, but just as a dream, just as a fantasy. Not that they actually thought that it was ever gonna be possible, but that dream never ever died. The person might have went over to the other side with their dream still, intact in that sense. But where is this leading us? Actually, let's clarify with our clarify. So we have 8 of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands. Justice. 8 of Cups. Well, this is a little bit weird because this spirit is saying that this was the only way they could ever express themselves like this and let you know that this was the case. And they just needed the release. They just needed for you to know their story, know that they never stopped loving you and and admiring you and all of that. But I do believe that the reason why they want to rub it in that sense is because you're questioning yourself, or you don't feel very attractive or lovable, or there is something with going on with you or in your life that is making you not feel worthy of love or lovable or attractive or something. And that state kind of triggered the spirit to come and tell the message that you have no idea how really attractive you are, what an ideal partner you would be, how many you are the dream person of many people, potentially, hypothetically speaking, of course. So you have no idea how beautiful you are. You have no idea how lovable you are. You have no idea how many people would actually be happy if you would be their partner, him, of course, included. So you were loved, or don't judge how much love you have in your life, because you also have to include the love which you do not know about, the love which you do not see, the love which is, maybe just, how should I say, Libra like. So, a platonic love, but love is love. Okay. And this Knight of Pentacles, you want to leave something behind, but you are afraid that you will also close doors for you being happy or something like that. And don't do what your heart tells you to do. That's what he's saying. And I'm not sure why I'm saying him, because I don't even have a clear gender. We don't even know the gender of the spirit. But I'm not sure why. So let's see the message. 6 of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. The World and the Sun and Death reverse. Wow. And I would also like to use a few of these clarifiers just to get the message right. 3 of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. the Chariot, and Eight of Wands. So what this says to me is that either you are in a transition period in your life, like 6 years, if that makes sense, where something is pretty much stagnating. Something which has to also do with love. Either you're single and you can't find anyone, or you're in a marriage or relationship that simply doesn't work and you will have to divorce, or you maybe it's career, but in order for you to be successful, you need to feel loved or valued, if that makes sense. Anything, something like this. And he's saying that this transition is really, really difficult and it takes a long time. And of course, it breaks your spirit. Of course, it frustrates you. Of course, there are moments when you think it's never ever gonna end. You're gonna just float all your life, like, won't have the stability or whatever it is that you need. Basically, the happiness. So, and you might feel that you have done so much, so many efforts, actions, sacrifices, and withheld from a lot of things in order to get there faster, quicker, to be efficient, sorry. And you are questioning that everything was in vain. And he's saying, no, it will find completion. The world card. It will complete. You will heal, or you will get stronger. Something that you lost either 6 years ago or whatever started the transition period, or whatever destabilized an area of life, that something is going to come back, even if you think it's impossible, even if it seems totally lost now. You're frustrated, your inner being is restless, you feel like you cannot go on like this anymore. That's absolutely true, but you must have faith that change will come. When you least expect it, you know that it's going to be like that. It will just come, it will just pop up. But this is what he's trying to show you, that he really, really sends you his admiration and love and his strength for you to overcome this period, for you to finally get where he really wishes that. So, anything else? Again, the same message. You see, the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now, Five of Pentacles upright is bad because you're out in the cold. The disaster already happened. It is what it is. But reversed is that you're getting out of that. The Chariot. So keep on progressing, keep on going forward, keep on investing whatever power you can. Don't stop working, don't stop hoping, don't stop sacrificing, if that even makes sense, because you're getting there. Just that it's difficult and it's frustrating and it's hard. So this spirit sends you his love, her love, and they want to let you know that this was their story. They're no longer with us, even if you cannot actually recall who they are. So I hope that you enjoyed this and that you found it useful. Thank you for being here. Please like and share. And if you'd like to support me, you can donate in the PayPal link in the description below. Wishing everyone very happy Samhain. And I really hope that you have a blessed day. Until next time, bye for now.